Hello athletes and fans of bodybuilding. The Vancouver Pro is under wraps and Iain Valliere confirms his favoritism by winning the show. He's massive, his side chest is one of the best, and he has a small waist. Iain Valliere is a mass monster. And on that final call out of the Mr. Olympia, Big Ramy, Hunter Labrada, Hadi Choopan, and Brandon Curry, Big Ramy was the absolute mass monster. If Iain Valliere can get on that mix, he takes a little bit of the impact that Big Ramy has as the only mass monster. When I call somebody a mass monster, I'm saying he's not only huge, but he wins shows. And Iain Valliere has won 5 pro shows. It is time for us to start looking at Iain Valliere as the mass monster of our era. I'm calling him right now the mass monster of our era among Big Ramy. Moving on to classic physique, Chang Kung. He always has those huge legs, but it was the balance of his upper body that has finally come to him. He could have been a little bit more conditioned, but I think he's gonna nail it at the Mr. Olympia. CHARJO Grant wins the men's physique. He's got a great physique and he's a great poser. He has perfect angles, a little bit more upper chest, and he can battle it out with the best. Now, moving on to the ladies, Valliere RATELLE, Canadian Super Blonde. These Canadian Super Blondes are coming with full force. She wins the figure. She was holding maybe a little bit of water, especially from the back. Another small adjustment. If she can nail that at the Mr. Olympia, she'll be battling as well. Now, SUSANA ARAMAYO from Argentina wins the bikini. This was her best ever. She won the bikini convincingly. I've judged her before, and she's formidable. And the conditioning was an issue before, but not anymore. And I think this girl can move up quickly. Now, moving on to fitness, Abby Bolton put on a show in Vancouver. She did some amazing athletic stuff on stage. I think she can go head to head against some of the best. Whitney Jones, Missy, and some of the other competitors, Oksana. I think you need to start paying attention to Abby Bolton as one of the best in terms of athleticism on stage. If she gets the posing round pretty good, she can battle with those girls. Now, moving on to Atlanta, we had Jonathan PELKEY winning the classic physique. I remember him turning pro, and the only thing that was missing for him is gaining a little bit more mass. He's done that. The quads are bigger, the back and the chest. So now he has the density to battle it out against guys such as Chris Bumstead and Ruff Diesel. Now, moving on to the men's physique, we have MONTAE Bailey, full chest, great back. Everything was in perfect place, but also just holding a little bit of water from the back. If he eliminates that water, then we have the full back detail. Great competitor. Now, in the figure, we have a familiar face. She's always there at the Mr. Olympia, NADIA Bradford. She's got one of the smallest waists. And I mean, she can go against Sydney Gillen all day long in terms of that small waist. The key question is, can we get a little bit bigger on top and on the quads to create that X frame? If she can do that, then she can go head to head with Sydney Gillen. Because what Sydney Gillen is really good is that crazy V taper. And Nadia has the small waist. If she gets that X frame, it's a battle. Now, in the female bodybuilding, MICHAELA AYCOCK wins. This is the second time in the last 2 years she wins a pro show, goes to the Mr. Olympia, and her formula is very simple. She has a small waist and she is also great conditioning. Her conditioning has always been the best on the lineup. Now she's gonna be battling against some of the bigger girls. And just like Bronca last week, she can be considered the Mohamed Benaziza of female bodybuilding. I'd love to see both of them side to side at the Mr. Olympia. It would be Benaziza against Franco Colombo in the female bodybuilding. So I'm happy for her because I know she's a bodybuilder at heart. Congratulations. Now moving on to Korea, we had a classic physique show there. And it was Jae Peel's Song that wins. He's also been to the Mr. Olympia. All these guys are coming back. Now, he's gonna have to pose in order to minimize his waist. And he could have been a little bit more conditioned. If he fixes that, he'll be great at the Mr. Olympia. In California, Wendy Fortino finally wins a show. She took second to Karina Grau. She took second to Shaleigh Showmaker. At the LA Championships, it was her best. She wasn't the biggest, but the quality was there. She battles it out every single show, and she's one of the best in the nation. Congratulations, Wendy's going back to the Mr. Olympia. We're coming to the final stretch. It's for the best of the best. I will be in Las Vegas. I'll see you at the Mr. Olympia.